I think there's this myth in the regenerative agriculture world that if you keep chickens in with your cattle, like if you're grazing them out on pasture, those chickens are going to help control your problems. And I call it a myth because I have done that for years now here on our farm. And I've tested out a number of different methods for controlling your fly populations. And what I have found is that, like, yeah, chickens can help, but the reality is you need a ton of chickens relative to the number of cattle that you have. And I've admittedly never quite scaled up to this level. I would say that you're gonna probably need 10 chickens for every 1 bovine in order to help really manage the flies. And you need to keep those chickens in a way where they can truly free range. You know, so often when you try to keep chickens out on pasture, people will use poultry netting. But the problem is you either need so much poultry netting that it takes you like a couple of hours a day to set up and move poultry netting, and like that's what you spend all your time doing, or your chickens are not going to really be able to range and control the full fly population, or you're going to let your chickens free range and they're going to start setting up little egg nests in various parts of the pasture, and they're not going to get locked up at night, and then they'll probably end up getting murdered by predators. And really the only way to keep your birds safe and really have them ranging around and controlling the fly populations is to have livestock guardian dogs. But honestly, the thing I've found that makes the biggest difference with controlling our fly populations without using any sprays or chemicals is to trap the flies. And so what I typically will do is I'll just take garbage cans and fly paper, and I'll wrap those garbage cans in fly paper, and then I'll move those garbage cans around with my cattle. And the combination of both moving my cattle multiple times a day out on pasture like we do, coupled with trapping and controlling the fly population, that's really how you make a difference for your cattle. And do it without chemicals.